Hello, ICT215 spreadsheet application students. As promised, I'm recording another video lecture here to go over the course syllabus. This should be done in the very first couple of days of the course. And what I mean by that is review of the syllabus, review of kind of the content in this syllabus and course information section, taking a look at some of the tutorials, although these will be played out through the entire course. And again, as I mentioned previously, there will be some added to this. Maybe some of these will be taken away. Just as we go through and progress through the different competencies that you're going to be working on, I want to make sure that you have some good, rich resources here, and that's what this area is for. But I'm going to minimize that out. Before I get into going over the course syllabus, and I'm going to review it in this area right here, I want to make note of something that's very important for the course. So you'll note here that the very first week of classes, there are two things that are listed here. One of them, you'll notice a due date right now. Okay, so if you click on this link and you go in here, the prompt is here what you need to do. And again, basically, just kind of as a matter of reference, I'm trying to get you, and this is going to be two documents. One will be a Word document, Google Doc, where you're going to tell me what you know about Excel, your experience with it. Have you used it before? Did you take a class in high school? Did you use it on the job? Those kind of things. Okay, so two paragraphs providing enough detail that I'll be able to have a good understanding of your experience and skill level with Excel. Okay, that's the first thing. So that, and these both of these files get submitted in this area right here. So the other thing is to open up an Excel spreadsheet and create some of these, accomplish some of these basic tasks here. Okay, you can just plug in some data. If you don't know, if you've never opened up an Excel spreadsheet, you know nothing about it, open it up and see if you can figure it out. Okay, just to look, maybe put your name in, maybe try to put some information in the cells. In the cell is basically the intersection between a row and a column. And where that row and column meet, that is the cell. And those cells are labeled by column and row. So if it's column A, there would be, and you're in, your 5 cells down, that would be A5. So if you're selected in there, that's the intersection where you are A5. Okay, that's an example. And we'll get into more of that, but that's just very basic stuff in case you haven't used Excel or another spreadsheet program at all. So basically what you're doing here, again, two files here. One is going to be a Word document or a Google Doc, and you're going to tell me what your experience with Excel is, 2 paragraphs. The other one is a spreadsheet. You're going to open up an Excel spreadsheet and you're going to try to complete some basic tasks that are listed here. Once you do that, you're going to submit both of those right in this area before the 19th at 11:59 p.m. Okay? Very important with this assignment because I use this assignment as a way to take the official roster attendance for the course. And what that means is if on Thursday morning when I come in here and I start looking through these and I'm reading through them and see which students submitted and which didn't, the students who did not submit, I will then send your names to the registrar's office as not participating in the course. And I know that sounds harsh, but it really is the only way for the Mount administration to determine whether a student is participating in the course or not. Participating does not mean that you log into the course, you look around here a little bit, look around there, maybe you open up a couple of documents, maybe you watch a couple of videos. That is good stuff. But in terms of showing proof that you participated in the course, you need to complete something. And what you need to complete for this course to show participation and attendance in the course is this assignment right here. It is graded, and it is mandatory that you submit it by the end of the day on January 19th. Okay? All right. So Let's take a look at the syllabus briefly, and it's very important to read through the syllabus here. I'll point out some key information, starting by contact information. Here's my name, here's my email, here's the phone number I use for teaching. I do have office hours by appointment. I do have standing office hours every Friday from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. So if you want to meet with me, all you have to do is send me an email, or you can get on to the Google Meet during that time and let me know that you're there. Maybe you text me, maybe you email me, or something like that to let me know that you're going into the meeting. It's open office hours, but I do need some heads up. And there will be times maybe I'm meeting with another student and I can't meet with you that exact minute. So, maybe I can tell you if you text me, hey, come back in another 40 minutes and I'll be here waiting for you. Okay. This class is fully online. It is 8 weeks. There's no textbook required for this course. Here's the course description. The goal of this course is to improve students' abilities to use digital spreadsheet tools to define, access, manage, integrate, evaluate, create, and communicate information in ethically and legally responsible ways beyond the lower level information and communication technology courses. Students will learn about current spreadsheet programs, Microsoft Excel, and Google Sheets, and related skills, and will apply them to professional and personal goals through completion of real-world tasks. Prerequisite for this course is ICT101. Course objectives. Upon completion of the course, students will be able to use formulas to solve calculation-based problems. So we'll be using formulas early on in the first couple weeks of the class. Utilize templates to improve professionalism. Both Microsoft Excel and Google Sheets have some rich templates that are kind of pre-built and allow you, the end user, to go in and just plug your information in to a template that already has built-in formulas and other built-in interface components that make it easy, quote unquote easy, for the end user to use. Create appropriate charts for specific data sets. This comes into play when we talk about that, the goal of being able to communicate the information in spreadsheets. Oftentimes what we communicate to others is in some visual expression of the data, and that would come in charts and tables and other means to communicate. Demonstrate other spreadsheet capabilities. We'll be getting into some other capabilities related to spreadsheets, and generate simple macros. Okay, this is not an in-depth expertise level spreadsheet application course. It is a beginner to intermediate level spreadsheet application course. And the tasks that we get into in this course, sometimes students know some of the basic stuff about formulas and about charts and things like that. Then there are other things that we're going to get into, like macros, which are basically recording functions that you do within the Excel spreadsheet so that you can easily replicate those later on in other spreadsheet endeavors. But the point there is that it's not an expert level course, and a lot of the stuff that we do may be kind of some of that rote learning stuff, memorization of how to perform specific tasks within spreadsheets and those kind of things. Exit competencies. Upon successful completion of the course, students will be able to use digital spreadsheet tools in ethically and legally responsible ways at a developing level of ability to manage data and information, including organizing and storing them for later use, integrate data and information, including summarizing, interpreting, comparing, and contrasting them visually, create data and information, including transforming existing data and information to fit current needs, applying them in new ways, designing methods to collect them, or producing them. And finally, communicate data and information, including modifying existing communications for particular audiences and distributing data and information. Okay. When we get into the tasks that you have to do for this course, there is a culminating end project that you'll be working on. Okay. I haven't decided yet fully. I'm leaning toward this being a group project. However, I'm tossing and toying with the idea of doing it on an individual basis, but I haven't made a firm decision on that as of yet. As of right now, it's a group project. It's a culminating project. It makes up a large percentage of your overall grade for the course. And it does kind of encapsulate all of these learning competencies that you really need to get out of this class. Okay. The grading scale is typical grading scale. That is here for your reference. So if you get 74% on something, you'll know what that corresponding letter grade is. These are the assessment types here. There are 3 different types. This is the total points overall. Class participation and work makes up 10 points. Assignments, there are 5 of them, are worth 70 points. And the one project itself is worth 40 points. That's that culminating project that I was talking about. So you'll see that out of the 120 points that total for the course, 40 of those 120 points are from the project itself. Okay. There's an explanation of each of the assessment types here. Read through this. I'm not going to read through it to you, but read through this one and make sure that you understand the projects and what's expected of you. Again, everything in this course is driven by the modules and the weeks. Okay, so make sure that you are keeping track of what week we're in. They're in there by date. So make sure you're keeping track of that stuff. Read through all this stuff as well in the syllabus. This is related to, things that regarding the weather. Typically, online class, we're not affected by the weather. However, if there was some scenario where our region was, without power for, a couple days, obviously that's going to affect the progress of us getting the course completed. So we would take the weather into factor and make sure that I adjust the course and things like that based on those kind of weather related incidences. Okay, rare. Typically when those things happen, they're more isolated, and I'll work with students individually on that kind of stuff. But if there is a situation where it's a region-wide major weather issue or other power outage or something like that, that I will adjust the course across the board to accommodate for that kind of stuff. Information in here about technology assistance. Typically, when you're talking about issues with Canvas, if it's a technical issue with Canvas, you would want to reach out to this Canvas at mountalloy.edu. That's the email for the Canvas administrator. If it's something related to not understanding the structure of the Canvas course, not understanding where to find something, having problems being able to access specific material within the course, that kind of stuff can be directed toward me. Okay, and you have my contact information here. Again, you can email me, you can text me, you can call me. You can meet with me during my open office hours on Fridays between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Technical stuff, if you're having maybe some issues with your laptop or something like that, that stuff that isn't directly related to Canvas, that more technical issues, problem stuff, we do have the Mount Aloysius Help Desk. They will help students oftentimes through any issues that you're having from a technical standpoint that would impede on your ability to complete coursework. Here's the email for that and the phone number as well. Mount Aloysius College Academic Integrity Statement. Don't cheat, don't plagiarize. Those kind of things can lead to an F for a particular assignment, up to and through complete failure for the course. There's a Mount Aloysius College accommodation statement here. This is an online course. It doesn't mean that it's exempt from you being able to ask for accommodations. Now, there is a process of doing this. So if you have some sort of limitation in being able to read the information on the screen, we can make accommodations for you. You have to go through the proper channels to do that, and here's how you do that in this area right here. But just know that I'm very open to accommodations and making sure that students are all on a level playing field in terms of being able to access the course material and complete the requirements for the course. Okay. Here's some additional resources and references for you, and then here is the tentative course schedule. That's here, and it's out in the main modules area as well. It's an 8-week course, so you can see here by week and the date. So here you see week 1 and the date, the topics that we're going to cover in week 1, and then the assessments and things like that. Okay. This is a rubric that I use for scoring so that I remain objective in grading your work. I don't want to be subjective. I want to make sure that I'm objective in the grading of your work. And then down below here is a really nice thing. It's a course summary. So everything by day, you can see here things that are due. Some things you'll see in here aren't things that you have to actually submit, but it's stuff that I put in there that you need to make sure that you're watching or reading by a specific date. And that's what this first January 18th is, the welcome and introduction video that's housed in the main modules area. Watch that the first day of class. Okay. You'll see this. This is the syllabus review video that I'm going over right now with you. That's what this is. Watch this before the end of the day on the 19th. And then here's that other one that I mentioned, the 19th by 11:59 p.m., the Excel experience write-up and creating a basic spreadsheet that I use to determine final roster verification for the course that I submit to the registrar's office. Okay. All right, that is it. Thank you for listening. Welcome to the course again. Please reach out to me with any questions, concerns, issues. I'll be talking to you soon. Take care.